This is the thank you letter I received right when he was leaving college.
This is a letter my husband and I received after our son Tyler died.
This is a letter I got the year that I retired.
After I was drafted.
This is what Peyton wrote to me right before the Super Bowl.
I hope this letter finds you well.
I was looking at some pictures yesterday, and it made me think of you.
We've had a wonderful 7 years together.
It has been an honor to have called you a teammate for 13 years.
I'm grateful for your love and support, and I know you have my back.
I feel like we've had a special bond.
It has been a privilege to watch you play over your career, and I'm honored to call you a friend.
You did it the right way.
And I knew that you loved to win and hated to lose with the same passion as me.
You know I've always looked up to you.
To play as long as you did and at such a high level is incredible.
You've taught
Let's
me
see.
a lot.
I have great respect for your work ethic and team-first attitude.
It wasn't always easy.
Some things you just can't control. It's okay.
You're the best teammate I could ever ask for.
It was an honor to play with you in Indy and again in Denver.
To be Broncos together.
Brothers.
It's been a great ride.
Keep grinding.
I wish you all the best in the next chapter of your life.
Congratulations again.
Tell the family hello.
Love you, pal.
I'm proud of you.
Sincerely.
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 That's all I need out of that. What's up? What's up, guys? See Palma. See you, dog. Alright. I'm gonna remove. Honest, what pairs are we looking at tonight? USD CAD, right? I'm just gonna start on CAD. I'll start on CAD for sure. Alright. Remove everything. We're gonna do all this from scratch. What is
On that.
Why am I hearing music? Yo, could someone do a sound check for me? What am I hearing? Oh no, wait, no, on the Twitch page, not that. Like go to Twitch on your phone. Let's get it. Yo, how does the sound sound? Yeah, you hear music. Okay, good. I still, wait. I'm hearing music and I don't know what's going on in my headphones. And I should. It's tripping me out. See, there's. I canceled. I paused the music. Did I kill the music? Is there music playing? Yeah, I know, but okay. Well, as long as there's not like some 2 songs playing at once or something, like I'm down. I'm hearing music in my ear, and I don't know where it's coming from. Like I literally have no idea. What's up? All right, bet. What's up, Mike? You killed it at the event. It was awesome seeing you in person. Derek, thank you so much, bro. Likewise, my friend. It sounds like you're giving tips with motivational music in the back. Yo, I don't know. I know that I have something else playing, but there is like, dubstep music playing in my ear right now that I don't know where it's coming from. So y'all can't hear it, great. That's all that matters. All right. So as usual, guys, welcome to the stream. It is 11:03 right now, so we're gonna give some people some time to get in here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those who were at the event, it was an absolutely incredible experience overall. Getting to speak was very, very, groundbreaking for me in the sense that it's not hard for me to step up on stage and speak, or, not even be on a stage, but just in general. It really just unlocks different levels of thinking and how you just address people. But not only the speaking, getting to meet everybody was also very, very life-changing for me, because there's so many people, so many stories I heard, so many people coming from all over the place, and I just want to thank every single one of you guys who showed up to that thing, and I hope that you are fired up to take trading to the next level, guys, because that was incredible. It was an incredible event. I mean, the people that were there, the news that was dropped, the words that were spoken by all of the speakers was just, I can't wait for the next event, to be honest. It was just a pleasure speaking, and I'm just thankful. Thank you. Thank you that my speech was awesome. But, yep, as always, guys, we're going to be waiting for people to jump in. I took a lot of notes too, man. I got notes for days from that event. Like all over. Front row taking notes. It was so good seeing everybody. The energy in that room, I'm saying, Derek, it was awesome. Yeah, Spider 4-5. I'm gonna kill the music after when I actually get started, but I'm gonna turn it down. So I just turned it down a little bit. I hope that makes it better, but I'm sorry. But yeah, I turned down the music. Christian V90. Music is nice. Your speed, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and draw. Just checking out the market right now. Right now I'm looking at USD CAD, Euro JP, USD CAD and GBP JPY. Or really what I was, and Euro odd. Matter of fact, I gotta pull that up. Dang it, come on. But anyways, as usual, guys, make sure that you have all your distractions out of the way. It's 90%. It's 90% just being plugged into this in actual skill, guys. And tag your teams if anybody is new in here for the first time. Please shout. Please go ahead and say that in the chat. I always love meeting new people that come in here. So if you are, please let me know. And make sure that let's get everybody in here. Properties. Up. All right. I'm just changing a couple of things really fast. What's up? I saw you speak last night at the event. Thank you so much, Yassine, the greatest. You are the greatest. New Fear Cutter, thank you so much, man. And Lil Bedford 54, what's up? Christy 944, J Pips, what's up, bro? And then Lifebird, Team Valadez, what's up? Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. So the 38.2. Yep, but just guys, just make sure that we're, that we all have everything that we need to have here in front of you. Make sure that you have your pen and paper. Make sure that your cell phone is on vibrate. Stay off social media for this time. I know it's hard, but make sure that you're not getting sidetracked, and make sure that you're actively asking questions within the stream, especially for all the new ones. Guys, keep that chat going. Ask me anything. That's what I'm here for. I can go on and on and on and explain certain things, but how is that helpful if you're stuck on one thing and we can't move forward without knowing that? So I'm going to make sure that you are always on to the right pages, to the best of my ability of helping you. Enrique, it was a pleasure meeting you, my friend. Can someone please tell me how to get to the charts? How to get the charts up? Yeah, you go to see if you wanted to go to their actual website. I don't know if I can do it, but it says charts on the top, my friend Cody. Okay, when you open the chart, you right away put fib. I'm using it right now because I'm just, fibs are always, just knowing where the ratios are is important to understand. I'm looking on the day as well, which I don't want to be, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. I'm going to go ahead and hop back down to an hour so we can get a bigger, I like hours. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw up a fib. Boom. Okay, so all right, Visionary, J-Fin, welcome. I got my boy Steve in the army across the country in Egypt in here, first time watching the live stream. Wow, that is incredible. Give a warm welcome to one of the soldiers out there in Egypt right now. That is incredible. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I'm sure you're very busy and you have a lot of things going on, but I really hope that there's something that we can teach you today. As usual, guys, if you're watching for the first time and you don't have an account, make an account so you can ask questions. That's what they're for. And it's free, of course. It doesn't cost anything. It's just so you can, of course, follow the stream as well with a little heart symbol below the stream, or it might be on it. But when you do that and you download the Twitch app on your phone, every time that we go live or I go live, it'll tell you, it'll send you a notification on your phone. So you can always have that, and an email comes as well. So make sure that you get that done. Sanoons, what's up? What up, Trent? What's up, guys? What's up, Baked? Yes. Welcome to the stream, my friends. But guys, one thing that I learned a lot at the event with one of the amazing traders that we were all blessed to have there, Jarrell Cox. One thing that I took a lot of notes from everything that he said, and I just wanted to kind of summarize a little bit before I started just analyzing my pairs on, what a lot of that means. And you're taking this from one of the best traders out there, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna kind of just go through the bullet points that I wrote down here, and a lot of it is, not a lot of it, every single bit of it is 100% true. Steve, God bless you for your family and your sacrifices. Absolutely. And all right, so it's 11:12. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. And the first thing that everybody needs to understand before you even want to jump onto the markets to make money is that you have to understand that it is all about the mindset and how you approach the market. If that is the one thing that you have never heard before, I can tell you right now, if you're trying to make money in the foreign exchange market, it happens a lot with how you think and how you activate your trades and how just pretty much how you're feeling before you step onto the charts at the end of the day. And trading is 90% psychic, or mental, and 10% skill. It's really, really important to understand what that means, and I can't explain it enough. If you're having a bad day and maybe you stubbed your toe on the way out the door, you didn't have any hot water in your shower, your food was cold, or whatever it is, don't step onto the markets until you get that done and out of your head, where it's not sitting there in the back of your head and it's literally generating a different type of thought process in your mind, and then you step onto the markets and then expect to make money. You have to be right there, ready to understand what is happening in a truly unbiased opinion. Ooh, Colorado's in the house. What's up? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill the music. Alright, the music is killed, guys, so we're getting into it right now. Make sure that you're also just taking notes on everything that I'm saying. But even when you write your notes, guys, you have to pull them back out and you have to read them religiously every day, because if you're taking notes for the right reasons, every single word in here should have something important to read and to understand every day. So make sure that you're always following up with yourself on the things that you write down. I know I've always had a problem with that when I was in school and stuff, so maybe somebody out there also resonates with that problem and you've been told now, so you've made it aware to yourself. One thing that Jarrell really taught me was just taking on thinking habits of just successful traders. He also told me to look up a video for everybody, not just me, everybody. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it up right now just so you guys can see him. This right here. Go ahead and write this down. Steve Nissen. Steve Nissen is something that you might want to check out. I'm only going off what he said, and it's honestly, it's incredible information. I'm going to get through more and more and more of it as I go. I've just been very busy for the point of today, but I'm going to be getting through more of these videos, and I listen to I'll listen to what he says, because it's there. The proof is in the pudding, right? So that's something that everybody should write down. Make sure that you have that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back really quick. Let me read the chat here. What up? What up? Sanoons, welcome in. Okay. Everyone needs to learn. What up? Okay. Yeah. I cut the music. Yeah, the music's gone. But let me see. It's like, oh. All right. So, so since we discussed how you need to approach the market, we're not gonna stay on that for a while. What I want to talk about is something that I was actually just learning tonight, and I think it's actually very, very a good way of putting things. And I'm gonna explain it with you, and it's a 5-step process. So you're gonna go ahead, while you're writing your notes. First thing that we're learning about, and it's something that should be, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's always visible within the market. It's something that everybody really knows that it's constantly happening. So we're just going to put it there. So this right here, we would consider consolidation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type out I'm going to type all of them out. I don't know if I did not spell that right at all. Yep. Okay. All right. This is incredible information. This is something that can really, really help you to start catching that money and start catching the pips. Okay. So really, what that's saying is something that we all really, we all have come to understand. What is consolidation? Everybody should know what consolidation is. This big green line right here would not obviously mean consolidation. All of this right here, or this, or a little bit of that right there. I can go on and on. It's not important. The point is that when when you see that, that what you're looking for is you're going to be looking for the next move within the market. You're going to start looking back at all of the other at technical analysis and everything that you see back here, right? Okay, so the next thing that you would obviously be looking for is the breakout. Well, the breakout is obviously the move that you're trying to catch when you enter into a trade. You're not trying to catch all of these little battles. I mean, you can, but you obviously would love to catch these big movements. And our whole idea here is to try to understand where this next candlestick is going to be going. This tiny little green one, or that's here right now. Where is that going to be going? That is the question. So the next thing here would be that the retracement. What the retracement is when it's saying that it's going to be breaking out into a new zone. Okay, let's just go ahead and use this right here, for example. When this blasted through right here, when you have a super strong candlestick that iterates into a brand new zone, as you can see, it hasn't been there for a while, so it has pushed to a new level within the market. Now, what you're going to be looking for in retracement is the double taps within the market, which are exemplified right here. When this became support, when this became the point where the price has been battling, you could even probably argue here as well. But I'm just saying that when the candlesticks happen, this was identified. Actually, yeah, we're going to go ahead and say that this one is. I'm going to do this. Okay, hold on. And I'm going to change its color. It's not wanting to cooperate on something that little. But, come on. There we go. Okay, well, it's not wanting me to, you see how it keeps skipping? Okay, we're just going to say that. That's not necessarily how I wanted it, but that's fine. We'll change that one to yellow. Okay. When this iterated into a brand new zone right here, a whole brand new tier of price, you saw that price finally, after it was done with its actual big movement, that this is where price started to, generate a brand new support, if you will, zone. And what that was is that you see here, it created its first tap. When it went up, it did test up here, but obviously this rectangle means nothing because you wouldn't have had this there when that happened. But when this happened right here, this was a big indication of saying, okay, look, this is where the market has already been right here due to this. Yes, it went down a little bit lower, but I don't know if you can see it with that little yellow box right there, but there is a candle wick right here. Here, I'll zoom in. The stick I'm talking about is this red one right here. You can see that price, that's where I started this tiny little line. And as you can see, this is where price had bounced off of that second time. So with that being said, you could have looked at that and said, okay, with that happening, that's confirmation number one. Confirmation number two is going to be as it moved up, you could have even had positions in here. As this was identified, you could have probably had positions in there theoretically, because remember, that's the next step. After you find retracement, which that's what this is, position in the markets is number 4. Okay, so you could have had your position in here, or it doesn't, or not. But the real big one was going to be in here somewhere. And what this is, like, what is the market language telling you guys right here? Like, I'm very curious. What do you think that this stick meant? I want y'all to answer that for me in the chat. I won't go any further. Do you see this stick? That one stick. How long is this, Trent? I'm just gonna go. It's hard to read. How do you know when to set up your Fibonacci? Or how do you know when? There is no time when to do it. You can do it whenever. You can do it on any time scale at any point because the market is always going to be there. It's always going to be bouncing within certain zones. Yes, Zay Dollar, it is called a hammer, but what does a hammer mean? Yes, doji, and that's what that is. Yes, it is a doji. Pressure on the market, okay. Spin piece, dragonfly, exhaustion of the trend, reversal, bearish. Now, let me ask you another question. Obviously, as we can see that this is a closed candle, right? It's already this is the history that was made. But what you don't see is that we're on an hour chart right now, and that this probably looked different. Before this actually closed for that last hour. This probably was down here. Let me see. Let me blow it up a little bit here. Okay. Price was probably, and how many pips is this? So price theoretically went down 30 pips. Price went down 30 pips on this one candlestick from the open to the close. That's what Dragonfly Reversal. I like how you're asking questions. Please keep doing that. Okay, awesome. So let's make this, a little bit more classroom oriented. I'm very down to do that. So, yes, it is a doji. Yes, it does indicate reversal. But what I want you to understand is if none of this had existed, all of this in the yellow wasn't there, and this, all of this bigger yellow rectangle that I created, if this was the newest current stick, this probably, like I said, went down 30 pips. So a lot of people were like, look, it broke. It's going to be, it's going to be going down. We're going to have a lot of things going on. So a lot of people probably had positions on sells. They saw that this was happening, and then they're like, oh man, it's going to keep going down. It's going to keep going down because they saw that it broke this little zone right here, even though it didn't close, but they were, 30 pips down can tell you a lot of stories. And so with that being said, a lot of people were probably stopped out. These orders were either stopped out or they started losing their money because they went in on sells. Probably at this point, somewhere in here. I'm not saying that everybody, but I'm saying situationally this will happen to a lot of people. But obviously, as we can see, hold on. Go away. Why can't I? Oh, no. Okay. And, obviously, as we can see, this completely moved to the upside. And that was a huge pip jump. But what indicated that from happening was obviously we could look at this very simple example of this 5-step process. Consolidation. Hold on, let me fix this so we can kind of get zoom out. And someone said that was hard to it was being hard to read. Oh, I can move it. How awesome is that? Okay. I can make it bigger too, I'm sure. That'll work. Okay. So, with this simple thing that, I was blessed to have learned tonight and just put into different words, and these words, indecision of the market, stop hunt. Okay, yes. So with this 5-step process, what does anybody in here not understand about this 5-step process because it's extremely active and always occurring and always, showing itself within the market. First of all, you're going to have consolidations. Buyers or sellers are not going to have an edge over each other. There's going to be a breakout at one point or another. There will be one, and that's why you look at the different analyses of the market, because when the breakouts happen and new support and new resistance has been made, we can look and say, okay, this was resistance at one point right here, and this right here, let's see, let's draw this. Okay, you just draw one of these zones and you're like, okay, look, even back here, what was support right here had therefore, been blasted through right here, then it blasted back on top, and then it literally went right back through it. Like, that was some crazy movement on Euro odd. But then even though it doesn't touch right here necessarily, it still respects it. And then we have a ton of consolidation. Here we go again, right? Consolidation for days, and then a huge breakout, and that's exactly what happened. It came all the way back up here. So these kinds of things right here will come back into play. If price comes back to this range, we're like, okay, this must mean something. So we need to make sure that we're aware of that. And then look at that, price bounced perfectly off of it twice, and then continued to the upside. That is, it's I mean, guys, you see that, right? Does somebody in here not, is somebody in here not looked or not seeing what I'm saying? Retracement, and then taking positions in the market. That's obviously looking at really where the market is. And if you would have seen that this would have happened, like the consolidation, then this happened, the big breakout, then bam, it hit this line, and you're like, okay, so now at this point I'm gonna have buy limit, or I'm gonna have a buying orders in, because it's probably more than likely, as per this 5-step process, as it came true right here. Sure enough, if you would have saw that this price hit a new low, then you're like, okay, bet if it does it again, because obviously it went the hell away from it the second that price touched it, it immediately turned into the next direction, went up a ton of pips, then it immediately turned around again and came back down. Look at that, 2 candlesticks. This is in 2 hours. So when it touched, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it here. Yeah. Okay. So when this super, super powerful red stick happened, next hour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of constantly going up. Next hour, that that's that that one, like, that we're looking for. It's the exact same thing. Retraced back down. That's where you would have had positions in the market, right there. That should have already happened, because see, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That took 8 hours. That took 8 hours to happen. So if you go onto the markets right now and you see something happening, like a new zone that has been created, maybe in 8 hours it can touch that zone again. And if it does, position in the market, you could have rode this. I probably personally might have gotten out at this stick. I don't know. I mean, you could have. It obviously just kept going up and up in profits. So it's still going up right now. It's identified. It's starting to consolidate here a little bit. That's what's happening right now. And I'll answer that in a minute. And so take profits is simply don't be greedy. And when you're looking for retracements, I'm sure here we can look. Let me delete everything. Okay, so just simply looking at where the market has been, I'm going to draw a fib line. I'm going to draw a brand new set of fib, just like that. And I set it on the lowest low on the wick up to this highest wick right here, because I didn't do it for this newest candlestick. I did it for this one right here because price is battling off of this right now. So this can theoretically go higher. Don't assume that just because it's at the top of this level that it's going to immediately start heading down. I drew it that way. It should be more something like this in regards to what it's probably going to do. But right now, we're looking at consolidation, and I'm looking for a retracement. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a retest. If I think that it's going to be a buy, which is honestly my bias right now, because if I just think it's going to keep heading up for a while on Euro odd, but the sell is coming, but I think that buy is going to be coming too. But I'm looking for a little bit of a retest. I'm looking for anything right now. Right now I don't have anything. It's already done its big breakout. So I'm looking for the next. Oh, I deleted my well, I shouldn't have deleted everything. But on retracement 38.2 is usually your hot number. 0.382. This line right here. Now I'm curious, what I know I've already said it. Actually, let's just jump onto another pair. All right. What are we going to be looking? I'm not going to say it this time. I'm going to ask, let me see. Where is it? Okay, where is it going now? I was just answer. Can you explain buy limit and stop? I will in a second. I don't use TradingView, but can you make the time it shows at bottom to your time zone? Bad with switching GM. Yeah. So if you want to change your time, go to time scale, then time zones, and then obviously yours. So I'm gonna go ahead and change mine. Yo, Mike, what were the new products announced? There was a scan. We have a new auto trader coming out. Christopher Terry actually said that he's working on a lot of new things right now. So there's going to be a lot coming. The auto trader for the SP 500 and German futures was what I heard was announced. Maybe making TradingView soon. Is it true? Just chart out on a trend from 1 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now you're looking for another break, right? Okay, I'm sure that you were talking about Euro odd, but yes, I'm looking for the next big breakout. Oh, dang dumb. Thank you. How did you pull up the fib on TradingView again? It's right here under these three lines. Or it's actually this pick short thing. Yeah, this. It's under that. You just click on it on the little arrow to the side, and then it brings up all of the other ones. Have you ever seen a fan? This thing looks nuts. I've never used it, so I can't really speak on it. I've never used fib. I just tuned in. Okay, no worries. Doesn't look complex, but can you give a quick rundown on what it is and how it's used? Yes, easy. No, not a problem, my friend. Thank you for the question. Fibonacci retracement lines are pretty much the golden ratio of nature. All of these numbers are pretty much the most powerful numbers in existence, if you will, that they're commonly used in a lot of different things, and that definitely applies to the foreign exchange market as well. 1.618, 0.618, 1.50, and 0.382. I mean, there's a ton of different Fibonacci numbers, but what we like to look for the most is probably 0.382, 0.5, and 0.618, and 1. 0.786 and 0.236 aren't too incredibly helpful. I mean, they are, but 0.382 is really a hot number. The lower that your Fibonacci lines are, the quicker it should normally try to get away from that number. And the deeper into the Fibonacci lines that they are, the slower that the movements tend to happen. This isn't always the case, but the smaller Fibonacci lines, the smaller Fibonacci numbers are generally the ones that indicate if it touches it, it's going to, theoretically, it's going to get the hell away from it as soon as it possibly can, like almost immediately, sometimes on the next stick. What did that say? Yo, I'm sorry. I think y'all are hearing those Facebook notifications, and I'm sorry if you are. I don't have. Hold on. Okay. Personally, okay. Oh, USD JPY bearish, finishing off phase 2. Oh, personally, how many pips would you let a trade go negative on before you call it a loss? That depends on the trade. Honestly, it's a really situational answer. You know, if you're on a standard lot or a point 0.1 size lot, 50 pips might be way too much, but maybe on a 0.01, 50 pips isn't really a whole lot. So it really depends on your lot size. If you're on a 0.01 lot, 50 pips probably isn't bad. If you're on a 0.1 lot, 20 pips probably isn't too bad. And then on standard lots, 1.00, 10 pips is $100. So you really, it just depends on your account size and what lot size you're on. Personally, where could I read about these numbers? Because it's a lot to write down and remember. Honestly, you can just Google Fibonacci or the golden ratio. But if you don't, just Google the golden ratio if you're trying to find out what it is for trading. If you want deeper understanding of the golden ratio, then that's when I would Google it, because if you understand that on how it applies to literally everything in nature, in us, in the oxygen, I mean literally everything, that's how I feel that it could help you a lot more, because you can understand that it's literally mathematical rhythm that is constantly happening. Music is, you know, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 5 6 7 8. We always do those kinds of things, and obviously, as we know, forex is a human driven market, so those are always going to be happening, just like how music is made. 1 2 3 4. Same thing with the forex. Yo, Mike, I know you tried. You did a good. Where could I read? Okay, yes. Yo, Mike, I know you tried. You did good on Saturday. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Filthy bro. I really appreciate that. Harmonic Scanner says Euro Odd is coming up for a sell. What was I saying about Euro Odd? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Right now, I'm looking for that retest. I'm looking for that retracement down. That's personally because it's probably going to be here, probably at this at 1.5, like probably like 1.5 on the dot somewhere, or 1.501 in that range somewhere is probably where I'm looking for that retracement to sell. It's because it is going to be a sell. Let me see. I'm actually going to pull the scanner up right now. No connection. Okay. If price retraces to 382, it's a strong trend. 618, 716.8 are deep retracements. So those are for sure retracement. 2% of your account. Thanks, no worry. No worries. Theoretically, could you just buy or sell the market and have the market play out and take your profit once you see it? Like, you can go negative 400 before you hit 600 and profit. Therefore, you could just put money in whenever you want. No, because I mean, if you don't close that trade out, you're just going to be losing as much as you're making, because it's never going to be negative 400 and then profit 600 if you go in on a buy on a sell in the same time, if that makes sense. I'm going to log on to the scanner right now. I haven't even looked at the scanner on EuroOdd yet, so I'm curious. Before all right, it's loaded. I want to EuroOdd. So the 0.382, let's say 1.498. Is that take profit? No, they're thinking. Oh, I'm on a wrong pair. Yep. Okay, so what this is looking for is the entry minimum 1.51, which is right up here. So it's looking for that retracement. So what I was looking for is the next step of it, because I personally I like to have the market come to me, and on my trades, that sell is coming right here, and then I'm looking, and it's honestly saying that it's gonna keep going, that it's gonna probably hit. It's thinking 598 pips on take profit 2 from this line. That it's gonna drop all the way down here. That's a ton. So I was saying here, yeah, I was probably saying here at the 1.5949 range, and it's probably going to be dropping like that. Oh, no, I did say 1.48, right? Yeah, 49. Okay, so no, it's thinking, yeah, I'm thinking about here just off of the simple fib, then it's got a 1.49 range, and then, yeah, 1.48 is, they're looking for a retracement all the way back down here. So that's what the scanner is saying right now, which could very well happen. So that sell might be coming up right now. If it breaks out to the bottom, because we're going to be following that 5-step process, we have a bit of consolidation, and the process is going to repeat. It's going to break out. You can, and while it's going down on these candlesticks, like if it gets down to this 0.382 range, you could probably even have buy orders or, sell orders in if you want. I personally think that it's going to go for a retest right here at this range somewhere and then continue. That's personally what I'm seeing. That can, of course, change in 8 hours if this thing just doesn't continue to move. It just continues to move left or right because the scanner is detecting harmonics, but as per what the scanner says right now, it hasn't hit that zone of opportunity yet, that it still has to go up and continue more. It's got to hit up at least how many pips? It is right here. Yeah, so it's thinking it's got to go up about 40 more pips, all the way up from anywhere from 40 more pips to 200 more pips up is the zone that it wants you to go in on. So that buy is it's got to go up a little bit more, then it's going to come back down here somewhere, and then that's going to be a retracement to the next move up. That's personally what I'm thinking. Their retracement is going to get dirty. Yo, whoa! Make sure you're using FXCM's MetaTrader 3 or MetaTrader 4. Then use the demo count. Okay, wait. Oh, you want to keep losses small. Exactly. When I pull my scanner up, it just shows you red and green candles. How do I pull up that info? Yeah, so the Colorado Trade House. Shout out to the Colorado Trade House and all the other trade houses that are in here tonight. Thank you so much, guys. You can give them a like on Facebook and follow them under the stream. The link will be there. I see that he answered the question. And then, can you explain using buy limits and sell stops, and why not instant market execution? When he said, okay, yeah, the most profitable trades are when you catch reversals. I don't like to buy and sell. There's situations for it if you have the analysis and it's in the perfect opportunity. But when I say I like to let the market come to me, is that you don't want to be chasing the trades. You never want to say, "Oh man, like that buy, it's like it's going in the right direction right now. I should get in because it's going to continue to go up." Well, generally that's not going to be the case. It might, but it's probably not going to. So therefore, you are chasing the market. I like to let the market come to me. And when you analyze the market, that's how you should be doing it. Is that you should be understanding, just like what the scanner says. The scanner has told you beforehand that it should be hitting a zone, that it's going to be hitting a certain area. It's going to be hitting this yellow rectangle right here, and then continuing down to a side. So that would be if you were to get in on a sell right here, up here, like let's just say right here, this red line was a sell stop, and you perfectly the market went right up to it and then just continued down to the downside. That means that you could have theoretically had the best entry possible if it barely comes up. I mean, with and of course with confluence, with technical analysis and everything else that you can probably find. I just put that red line somewhere, but as you can see, I put that red line like as a joke, not as a joke, but just for pure example. And look at that. That red line is also, hold on. You can see right there that price did come up to this point once before. See, look at that. So even without even looking, that red line that I randomly put there is just happening to be a pretty good place for, yes, to be a pretty good place to probably have a sell limit in for that. Okay, so if you can predict, yep, if you mark up your chart and see the pair, you gotta download the new scanner. Oh, I do. I know, you're absolutely right. Colorado Trade House, do you ever go live? Soon, yes, very, very soon. You can download the new scanner exactly where the old scanner was found. They just updated the download button. I just haven't done it with this computer. Just followed, man. I'll be looking forward to hit. Nice, awesome. Same place it was. It just updated. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Can you show your properties for your graph? There you go. And remember, okay, show that yellow rectangle on your trading view. Okay. I think it was on this pair. Oh no, I deleted it. Or what rectangle might you be talking about? I'm not sure which. Oh, are you talking about this one? I know this is on MetaTrader, but you might have said it wrong. That's the harmonic scanner. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So just like what the Colorado Trade House said, this is the scanner. This isn't something I drew. This is the thing that we can use and help see what harmonics is pretty much saying. Harmonics is a whole trading style in itself, and that's really what the harmonic scanner will give you is scans of harmonics, and it literally just found Euro odd right now. So that is, really powerful information because it's giving you a good idea. And I'm sorry, there's something, my eyes are so bothered right now. I don't know why. I keep rubbing them and they're just getting more and more itchy. But I'm going to ask y'all some questions and I want to get some answers. So right now with USD CAD, if you're on your computers or you're somewhere that you can look, tell me what y'all think Euro CAD is doing right now. What did we find? Because I can see it right here. I can see a bit of what I'm talking about. I can already see it. So I want y'all to tell me a little bit of where y'all think that it's already heading. Like it literally, there's another one. I just found another one. Another one. It's the zone you had. I want to see why they are saying that. Can you go over the yellow box again and how you counted the pips with the fib? Okay. So we're gonna go back to this, and what I was showing you was where price currently is right here at the 1.50385. That's where price currently is right now. But the harmonic scanner has detected on the Euro odd, as we can see right here on Euro odd hour 1 now. That means it just found it. And that's what we have found, an entry minimum and an entry maximum for a position within the market for a sell, either a sell stop or a sell limit. And the difference between a sell stop is that if it hits that price, it's going in. And if it's a sell limit, it has to break over it. No, I'm sorry. That's backwards. That's backwards. I'm sorry, a sell limit, which it would have to go through it, and then when it goes back down through it, the position activates and then it goes in. And then on it, oh my god, I did it again. I always getting those two confused. Like I know what I need to be putting in, but when I explain them, I'll always explain them wrong. A sell limit is when it hits it, and then it'll immediately go in. And then on a sell stop, it has to go up over it and then back through it. And when it goes back through it, it'll take a position. But that's what it's saying that we need to do in this rectangle is you need to find a place somewhere that you want to have a position within this on a sell and then letting it ride out to take profit one. I always recommend take profit one personally. I don't be greedy. Don't go for take profit two or take profit three. If you make it to take profit one, you won the trade. Don't be greedy. So, okay, that's the zone you had. Can you go over the yellow? Okay, get a warm towel, and rub it with that. I will. Gonna retrace to 2.36, then drop 0.236. Oh, up here? Okay. 0.236. Okay, I feel you. So, what he was saying, $1.51236. Right there. And so what the Colorado Trade House saying is that it's going to be retracing right there, and then it's off. It's off to the races. How do you use a measuring stick on TradingView? A measuring stick. I think you're talking about pips. And what you do is you hold shift and click. Hold shift, click. Hold shift, click. Show that on the resistance on TradingView. Oh, Mike. No, never mind. That's FXCM's MetaTrader 4. What software? Yes. Like, show it on TradingView and show a line of resistance. Wait, show that resistance on TradingView. What resistance, Trent? Oh, you're talking about on this. Okay, I got you, fam. You're all odd. Got you. So we were talking about 1.51. You want to see where that is? Object. Oh, that's why. There we go. 1.51236, which is up here. So shift, click. It's about 35, 37 pips out right now. So be looking for a movement up to this range as per what the trade house saying. And as you can see, due to technical analysis, what are we seeing right here? And we see a lot of places where price couldn't necessarily break through. We got a lot of taps here. Got a strong candlestick breaking over it, and then 3 pretty strong sticks breaking through it again. Same thing right here. And then now we're here again. We're getting back to that point to where it's going to be hitting that zone very soon. Colorado Trade House, that harmonic scanner. Okay, why is the scanner saying that? Why is the scanner saying that it's a sell, Trent? Is what you're asking? But really, I'll get to that question in a second. But here, I'm going to show you again. I'm streaming, dude. Alright, so I have consolidation right here, right? That's what we see. Actually, I'm going to back it up one stick. This is consolidation, right? That's what we see. That's step 1. Do y'all want me to? I'll type up the 5 steps again if you want me to. Then we have a breakout. Pretty much a decent sized breakout. And I'm talking, obviously we're looking at a smaller, time. Oh, dang. Looking at a smaller time frame. Oh, why did I move that? I hope that's right. No, it's not. There we go. Okay. I will not touch that again. I will do my best. Then we have a breakout. That would be this big stick right here. How big? 41 pip drop in one candlestick, okay? So then the next step is that we're looking for a retracement. And as it retraced, we found, okay, it tapped here. Even though we have more taps, I'm not even going to count that. That we did have a tap here down to the sell, but that's really not what I was going to be looking for. That since this is where it broke out, this seems to be a good point of interest. Right there. All of that right there. That if you would have had your orders in on the first point of that breakout, that right here, this is where price came, and then instantly, if you would have had your sells in right here, that is retracement. Even though this is a ridiculous candlestick and like a lot of, this is probably news or something, but it only went up, probably 10 more pips, and then you instantly would have been back in profit within the same hour. So you probably would have only been negative for a little bit, and then bam, here you go, a sell. And it would still be in profit right there. And that's off this particular one. Does everybody see that? Does everybody see that happening? Where is Euro odd going to drop to? I always stumble myself because I don't know when to get out. Should I just go by what the harmonic scanner says for TP1? I would say yeah, because I'm not, nobody's there with you, or I'm not sure if anybody's there with you, but why not just follow, make it simpler for yourself, because you're not really there to that point yet. So, kind of follow what the scanner says, but I guess my advice to you, my friend, would be to try to figure out why it has those take profit lines there. So let's analyze that together, because I think that's actually a pretty good question. Okay, so I'm going to draw real lines on where the take profit lines are. Why are these take profit lines where they are? Actually, I'm not even going to do 3. 3 is a joke. Okay, so with technical analysis in place, we can see why. A little bit of why. That price has made a whole brand new high. And then we have a little bit of fighting. To explain take profit 1, it's at the very bottom of that retracement, that tap. Strong candlestick. We're going to come back to the 5-step process again. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Maybe that. Okay. I'm sorry. This thing just lost me. Oh, that's why I'm on another pair. Oh man, that was tripping me out. I was like, what is going on? Okay, well, I don't know where the scanner went, but it's actually not important. It's actually good that it's out of the way. These 2 lines right here are the take profit lines for this Euro odd sell that's theoretically going to be happening somewhere within this range. So this take profit line has a lot of activity there, along with there, a little bit in here, respect there. You have a lot of movement on it, but it's getting that take profit 1 line from here. I guarantee that the mathematical algorithm that exists with this is pulling that information from there. And then take profit 2. Oh, what do you know? This is the top of Friday. I could assume of it's pretty much its highest high before the market actually closed. And and then you have a gap. That's why this market gap exists right here. And then we get a little bit right here for this opportunity and a little bit right here. But the reason why take profit 3 or 2 was probably right there was because of this right there. That's why those numbers exist. So if you're following this process and you're getting to an entry point to where you think that it's going to hit and you set a take profit line, then go to the next area of interest in the direction that you think it's going to be going to. If you want to base trades off of your analysis, then put a take profit line at an area where price has, issue breaking through, if you will. Just like that. That's why take profit 1 is existing right here at this particular point, I'm telling you. So, I don't really need the scanner, do I? No, the scanner is absolutely incredibly helpful. It's just as helpful as all of the other indicators that are out there. Actually, this one's a bit more practical than just throwing up a moving average, if you will. It's literally telling you when to get in, when to get out, where your stop loss should be. It's very helpful. I definitely would not say that the scanner does not have its uses. The whole point is that you don't want to necessarily, be following what it, following what it does is okay, but the whole idea is that you want to understand why. What I was trying to say is that you don't want to use it in the sense of this is how you're going to make money. This is a way to help you make money, if that makes sense to you guys. Okay, so do most people place those and let it be? Yes. And Ashley, yes. So it depends on, okay, so do most people place those and then let it be? That's the way that I see the best way to trade, because that's stress free. You know what I mean? If you have your stop loss in place, and you have your take profit 1 line in place, and you have your entry in place, whatever the distance between your entry point and your stop loss is what you should be willing to lose. So when you say willing to lose, you should already say that it's lost, okay? Because there is a chance, there is a risk factor that comes into that. So why not assume the worst case scenario and say that you have already lost that money? No matter what, I'm already down $5. If the pips equated to your lot size and to your account size $5, okay, then I'm either going to lose $5 on my trade, or I'm going to wake up in profit, or the trade is going to be closed out and I did it perfectly. I called my order perfectly. I did not get stopped out. I went straight to my take profit line. That is trading. That is successful trading in my eyes. Okay, and the Colorado Trade House, is saying, to go over a trailing stop. Pretty much a trailing stop is pretty much once you get into 10 to 15 pips in profit, that you start to have the ability to where you can move your stop loss up, and you can have it following to pretty much where you're essentially locking in profits. Let's say you're up 30 pips in profit on, let's say, a sell. If this is where your stop loss was, watch me on the camera. If this is where your stop loss was, this is where your entry was, and the market hits your entry and continue down somewhere to whatever point, and it has to be, it's like 10 to 15 pips up, whatever it is. Let's just say you were up 20 pips, okay? This is where you entered, this is your stop loss. You can move your stop loss down to where, okay, the market is here. Let's just say it's here. You move your stop loss, this is where you bought in. This is your stop loss. You move that down to at least where you bought into the order. So now your $5 has been locked in. Then you can move that stop loss even further down. And now that $5 risk is gone, and you have now locked in more profit. You have now locked in money that cannot be lost, because the market can theoretically come right back up and hit and go past where your profit was. But if you have a trailing stop loss, then that means that you stop your losses, and then that can be moved, and you can be locking in numbers of pips for yourself that you don't have to sit here and watch the market. The way that you can do it is that you can put in all of that stuff and just keep locking it in. Like, let's just say that you had caught, let's just say this, this sell. You went in from right here at the top of this little line here, right here at the top of this little line, and you continued down, and you had moved your stop loss down to, let's just say right here. You're not going to lose any of that profit from that point on. Or when the market really started to come down here, you could have put your profit in at this take profit one line, which is actually the buying, or the limit that we want to be going in on that trade is right here. Does that make sense? TP on euro odd 1.4804 and 1.46820. Okay, thank you. I'm still learning my trading style. Absolutely. Without your modem, yeah, that's TP from the scanner. Can you do with USD and put a fib on it, or Euro USD? Yeah. $dollar, I got you. You want to see Euro USD? I actually already fortunately have that pulled up. And what do you want to see? What would you like to see? I could put a fib on it. Anybody can put a fib on it. See, there you go. Let me read this. It allows for auto trailing stops. Auto trailing stops as well. I personally like to use it once my trade has a desired number of pips. For example, let's say I'm 40. Okay, so he was talking about the auto one as well, to where you can have it to where it's constantly going to be moving up, that you can have a distance. Once you're in profit, let's just say you're up, like you said, 40 pips in profit. That is your take profit one line. You can there have a trailing stop in place to where you have locked in 40 pips of profit regardless. If it comes back down, that you've got them locked in regardless, and you can still stay in the trade. Oh, how will I place the fib? You can do it. First of all, you can do it anywhere. You can literally do them anywhere. This is on the 15-minute. I can back out to the hour and redraw it. And here, I'll just get rid of it. Okay. So, why did that just come back? Okay. This is a whole new spot. And so what I'm looking at is, okay, this is the lowest point of the market, as you can see. This is the lowest point in what I can see, because there is no right or wrong place to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and click it and start there. And then I'm going to go up to the highest high. Bam. So on an uptrend, you're going to want to go from the lowest to the highest. And then if you were on a sell, for a downtrending market, then you're going to want to go from the highest high down here to the lowest low. See? See what I mean? Ow. Sometimes I see candles close in the middle of a support and resistance line or fib. How do I know if it's going to retrace back up or back down, or do you see a bunch of candles consolidate? Once he's got a double test, the price looks like it's going to reverse, so place his order then. Exactly. You wait for a retest at least twice. It's not that you're trying to understand where it's going. You just know that if it hits a certain point, that you have a strong bias to the point that it's probably going to be moving away from that point of interest. If that makes sense. I can re-explain that. I'm sorry, hold on. My eyes are killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Come on, no time for this. Ugh. Ow. Okay. So how come sometimes you draw your fib past the lowest low? I mean, so you're saying like that there's probably a higher high. You see like this higher high. If that was your question, it doesn't. It really doesn't matter. In when you're looking at technical analysis, even the smaller point on a bigger graph can still feed you information. So there's really no right or wrong way. You're just gonna go from a high to a low, or a low to a high. At the end of the day, that's like kind of the whole point. So I'm just like, okay, this is that lowest low from right where I'm looking up to this highest high. You know, so there really is no right or wrong way to do it. You just do it from a high to a low. Thank you. Can you look at NZD USD? By the way, guys, odd CAD is looking like a buy. Take profit. Okay, thank you. I haven't checked out odd CAD, but I'm gonna fall, or I'm gonna. I'll check out NZD USD. All right. All right. What do you see, guys? You let me know. Trent, I will definitely do another retracement example. We'll do it on NZD USD here. But right now, as for the question, what do you guys see? I'm curious. I type in the chat right now. What do you see? If you're at your computer, pull up NZD USD right now and draw up whatever you need to draw up before I start. I'm just gonna look. Just gonna use my eyes. Give you a couple minutes. Looks like an uptrend. Okay. This is all I'm gonna look at, really. You know, this right here. Okay, consolidation, butterfly, upward trend with some consolidation. It's hitting support, strong bull trend. It will probably bounce and go to the 0.701. Wait to see what happens. Needs double assurance. I pretty much am gonna say that might be the best answer, Caro. Good job. That right now, my personal bias on NZD USD is that I don't. There's no double. There's right now, yeah. There's a bit of consolidation. You know, I'll give you that. I'll see. I see what y'all are looking at. You're looking at this, and then you'll probably be like, okay, yeah, this can be consolidation right here. So and it is. I mean, it's not. It's obviously it's not a breakout. We're looking for the breakout. Okay, but right now what I see is that it's. I need to see a double tap. I need to see. Okay, if this is where NZD USD has been right now, this is where it's at. Okay, look, this could be identified because obviously, look, it has broke. It has broke this little line that is given it itself. Okay, everybody should see that. Okay, and it pretty good, pretty strong stick to break through it. The next one, getting another one, probably getting people on the buys like crazy right now. And then, now here we are. We've got our first tap. So let the market let it keep doing what it's gonna keep doing. But at this point, I would probably have some orders in, probably around here, probably around the 6.09 on a buy, and let's just see what happens. That and I wouldn't do it right now. I would let this thing go ahead and go back up or go back down But if it continues to go down, then obviously we know that this trend is gonna, keep moving to a direction. But I'm looking for a retracement, so then I would be having buys right here at the 0.69 range. At any point though, it's gonna be I have to see double assurance. Thank you. Yes. NZD got a nice W form going down now. Do you suggest beginners focus on 3 to 4 pairs? Absolutely. Maybe even just 1 to 2. Thank you. I.e. USD, JPY, Euro, Odd, USD, GBP would be great pairs. Absolutely. I could not agree more. Scanner called out NZD, USD a sell. And the scanner's waiting for full pattern retracement. Remember, you guys can watch all of our... Oh, I was reading MooBot. It's got to climb more before it'll drop. That's what I'm saying. So right now, as for what I see, I'm not understanding the language too well. That I need to see a breakout happen. We had that last breakout here. Or, I mean here, obviously. But, right now I don't understand the market language as well as I'd like to. It's a little bit, and what does the scanner say? Oh, why does the scanner like always disappear? What is it doing that for? It's always doing its own thing. Oh, well, it's not wanting to load for whatever reason. What do you mean by focus on 1 to 2 pairs? Just to be looking at 1 to 2 pairs is in one of these right here, USD JPY and odd USD, or Euro JPY and GBP CHF. Just to find two, and Colorado Trade House it had some pretty good examples. USD JPY is a good one. Any JPY is pretty good. USD odd and USD JPY. I like GBP JPY. This one and GBP USD, Euro odd, and USD CAD. So how would you like looking at, Mike? Can you look at odd JPY? Why not? Let's check it out. Odd JPY. All right. So what do we have? What do we see? Okay. What we saw, consolidation. Super power stick to break out. Okay. So from the start of this next stick, this is what you were looking for. Okay, so it did tapped again on obviously on the very next candlestick. That's where it started, went down, and then as you could have seen for 3 hours that that this little retracement happened, that we had this touch. We had that touch on the same line. That was your retracement. Then you could have had orders in on sell orders, and then taking profit. Right now, if you had been in, taking profit right there. Consolidation, breakout, retracement, buying in orders, taking profit. And now where do I think it's going to answer the question is to analyze. Let's see. When you say tap, what do you mean? Let me show you. All right. So as you can see, price move. Okay. Then it had a strong little candlestick right here, and then it, bam, tapped. Okay. Went up, and then came back down and tapped again. Okay. Started going up a little bit, and then bam, tapped again. So it's been up forever. It has not been back down there until bam, it tapped again. tapped on the price line, tapped on the price action, whatever price is doing, taps on particular price lines. This little line right here, that black line, could be identified as support or resistance, or taps on that black line. Yeah, okay, so in a retracement example, Trent, would be, pretty much as I was showing here, that as it was identified, we see that as when price moved out of a certain area, a point of interest of, if you will, that this is where the market pretty much has been activated, since it's, since you see this big difference in price here. This is just a little bit of technical analysis telling you that, look, it opened up. Oh, I totally just figured out where that music was coming from. Wow. I'm tripping out. Okay. But anyways, we see that with technical analysis showing you this right here, that this was a bit of a resistance line. Let's just sit here. I'll just put the line here. Why not? Okay? So this is where price opened, and then it tapped, had a strong candlestick to break through it, and then bam, it tapped it again. You see, as it came back up, tapped it, then came back down. This is another indication of retracement, that it came up and then came back down. So now you have a brand new set low. That price literally did not break. Look, price did not break this price, this little line right here, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though you have little wicks, that doesn't mean that it broke it. Okay? So with that being said, you're like, okay, bam, it tapped it again. So when that happened, this is a retracement. What a retracement shows is a point of reversal. So if you had seen this happen, this took, obviously from the start, then it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, then bam, it hit that point. You could have had your orders in right there. Your orders could have been activated straight off to the upside, and this was this is a 250 pip movement right here over the course of what seems like probably 24 hours. You see what I mean? There we go. Okay. Alright, Wendy's a tap. I got you. The price action will tap the support and move away from it. Yep. Much like a ball bouncing. As far as sticking to 2 to 3 P prayers, yes, it's called the dead cat bounce. Yep. You want a 1 hour? How many days? You want a 1 hour? How many days on the chart? I just put the session. I just put the session breakers up. Let me there's a way to change them. Okay, so all of the black lines represent the days. This is where the market had pretty much started and pretty much ended in one 24-hour cycle. So now this is the start of the very next start of the next, pretty much the next day. Was what a hammer, Zach. Yeah, but could you do it on more than one pair to confirm? Absolutely. Might compare odd JPY and odd CAD. I got you. So let's compare. You add symbols. So guys, if you're ever wanting to compare particular pairs against and with each other, let me go ahead and just remove this for the sake of hold on. I'm going to remove everything. Okay. So what the Colorado Trade House said was compare. So we're going to click compare, add symbol, and let's throw up AUD CAD. All right. So what we're looking at here, guys, is odd CAD and AUD-JPY. Okay. I'll change this up a bit. We're gonna change the ups to blue just to kind of help. So odd CAD is this one right here with the blue and red, and odd JPY is, you know, the green and the red. But as you can see, guys, they really do move with each other, or against each other, if you will. That they do have crossovers, but they generally work opposite of each other. Not necessarily opposite, but they follow each other. As we can see, they follow each other on the movements, but when they get close to each other, they get away from each other. If that makes sense. That they have these drops, they have these things happen. That last retracement you talked about, can you compare pairs on MetaTrader 4? No, you can't. Yeah, you can stack them. You can only cascade them as tiles on MetaTrader, but on TradingView, you can obviously do what I'm showing you right here is on how you can have two pairs within the same thing, so you can just watch what they do together. Absolutely, Zach. Absolutely. We've All right. I like to make my charts neat. And somebody was asking about odd JPY. Today isn't necessarily like pure basics. I've been going over a little bit of maybe some more advanced things, but we do know that we have brand new people in here, so this was probably a lot over a lot of people's heads, and I'm sorry for that. Let's do a retracement on this one. Okay, so what are we looking for right now on AUD-JPY? All right, so first, the step one with that bit that I was just telling you about is we've got consolidation right here. Okay, then we obviously have our big breakout. All right, and now what we haven't seen yet is a retracement. We haven't really had one yet. We did have one right here. I mean, this one would have been pretty on point. But I'm talking about a bigger one. So, I mean, there is one here, but we'll just show you, for example. Okay, so price had come down all the way at this point, right? So we're just going to go ahead and identify this as a brand new zone. And then we have this right here. Price touched it again. You could have theoretically still been in on this sell. And from this point right now, you would have already been up 210 pips in profit. Like anywhere from 240 pips in profit had you caught this perfectly. So retracement or consolidation, I'm sorry, breakout, orders activated. Don't be greedy. 200 pips is a lot on one trade that you have found. And I guarantee if we were to even go back in technical analysis, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, and this, let's see, let's draw some rectangles. right. There's that one, and pretty much. Me personally, that's probably where I would have had in some zones just based off of, that particular technical analysis. But as you can see, it didn't necessarily follow through. Your orders probably wouldn't have been hit had you have followed technical analysis. But if you had been off of this little zone right here, that I would move this little circle, that right there, instead of where it was, like right here, then you could have been like, okay, and it came all the way back down here and then came back up, of course, as you can see. Then orders could have been activated, and then you could have caught already this 200, this 200 pip drop that happened. So, as we say again, consolidation, breakout, then you should have had orders set on retracements, 38.2, ideally. Have your orders in place with where you think that those retracements will exist, wherever you see where price can't break through, and then don't get greedy. Yeah, Chrissy, it's a good way of putting it. Okay, how did you compare on trading? How did you compare? It's at the top. Compare. Add symbol. What? Guys, we've already been on here for an hour and 30 minutes, so I don't want to keep all your guys' times up. So if anybody doesn't have any questions, which I'm more than willing to answer any right now, I'm gonna let y'all get back to getting onto y'all's charts. But I'm not leaving unless everybody has their questions answered. So let me know right now what questions anybody has, because I can just show you example after example after example of this one particular thing that is constantly happening and constantly occurring in the market. Look here, like there's another one. Consolidation. Forgive me on this retarded rectangle. Let's just say you see it. Consolidation, breakout. Okay, made a low, came back up, tapped that same low again, straight off to the upside. See that? Easy enough. Consolidation. Right? It didn't tap, and see, and this would be a wrong one. It didn't tap. You don't have a double confirmation. You should have never really been able to anticipate that this would have came back up. Not ideally. No double tap. Then, obviously, as we can see here, a big move to one side. Consolidation. Saw that breakout happen. Price action trend is just literally where price goes. So it's a little bit. And is OddCAD going up for a buy? OddCAD coming up for a buy? I mean, what do we see here? Let's do it again. Alright. So let's just say, let's do a tiny one. Consolidation. That's what we have right now is consolidation. So right now what we need to be seeing is a move. A breakout. We need a breakout on OddCAD right now. So whenever it does that, then we need to be, after it does some big move like that, then you need to be paying attention for when it taps that same price again. OddCAD buy. I mean, I can definitely see a buy happening. Yes. I can see why you say that you want to have a buy. If you're on a stop, change to limit, vice versa. If you're on a limit, yes. How could I use price action to catch hella trades? price action is what it just like it feeds so much of that information. Price action is really, it's just like a whole study in itself, really. I would say study price action and what that means and how it's constantly applied to that, and constantly how it's applied. And Christy, you're more than welcome. I want to have it so when buys, when it's at, let me see. I don't know what that was. Stay calm. Whoops. Oh, okay. I was like, what? I want to have it. I want to have it to when it buys when it is at 1.52 on. I'm not sure what pair he was talking about. I really appreciate these webinars. Absolutely, Ashley. NZD USD is going up. Is 60-minute chart the best for the 5-step process? No, not at all, Trent. It can be applied anywhere. Absolutely not. Too much crazy price action happening in lower time frames. Analyze on hour 1 and 4 hour, then use lower time frames to snipe. Exactly. The higher the time frame, 1 hour, 4 hour, day, stuff like that, it's stronger, if you will. It's stronger. The indications or the things that you find are generally stronger than something that you would find on 5-minute chart. 5 minutes is such a minuscule part. How many 5-minute candlesticks are in 1 hour? With 60 divided by 5, 8. So there's 8 5-minute candlesticks in one of these. So a 5-minute stick can lie to you if you're looking at the bigger grand scheme of things, if that makes sense. USD JPY looking bearish for the rest of the week. Just my personal. Yeah. Yeah. So Jordan here is already in. He absolutely agrees with you on USD JPY. Other JPY, it's looking bearish as well. All the yen is just getting stronger. And yes, bearish means down, bullish means up. I try not to use those words because for that reason it gets confusing. There always has to be terminologies for everything. We can't say up or down. We have to say bearish or bullish. But guys, if anything else, if nobody else has any more questions, I'm still gonna be on after the stream. But guys, if you would please take a picture and just tag the DFW Trade House, tag me, but make sure that you just tag the DFW Trade House and say that you were on the stream tonight, guys. I hope that everybody had an amazing time at the event and everybody's just ready to take their trading to the next level. These trainings are always going to be available, especially if this is your first day, Sunday through Thursday at 11 p.m. Central, the same time that I started. It's going to keep going. Run through 1 or 5 more step process for us. I want to take notes. All these videos are recorded. Yeah, Trent, like these. Yeah, this video is recorded. Does Chris have a webinar tonight? No, he doesn't. Sweet. Before you go, he'll be on in the morning for IML members. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Thanks, man. You're awesome. I need to add you. Yeah, you can add me on Facebook. What was that pair that was going to go up, going up and heading down? I believe we were talking about Euro odd. Yeah, Euro odd. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the DFW Trade House Twitch stream tonight, or just the Trade House stream. We are here just to help people understand the markets in any way that we can, an interactive platform so when people can have the ability to ask questions and shoot ideas off of each other. This is not a signal service. This is an education service. Obviously free of charge, so make sure that you tune in every day. It's going to be me. It's going to be different streamers, different voice, different ideas, different ways of, approaching the market and everything, guys. So I love y'all all so much for tuning on to the stream. My Facebook is Mike Miles. do I do one-on-one live trade? I'm sure. I think you mean trading or training. And yes, please add the Colorado Trade House. Please just give the trade houses a follow on all of them for all of the events, especially if you live closest to one. And yes, please add Matthew Bratton. Matt is somebody that's at the Colorado team, and obviously, as y'all all know, he's been answering questions for you guys all night. Matt, I appreciate you so much, bud. You really, really helped out. Yeah, Modest is saying what's up. Thank you so much, bro, for helping out on the stream and answering questions for them. And anyways, guys, let's catch some pips today. Make sure that you're letting the market come to you, and that you yourself are approaching the market in the way that you should be doing, guys. With that being said, I love y'all all so much, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at 11 Central Time. Y'all have a great night.